Well, alright. Sorry for the late start, but here we are once again for the next episode of the Raiders Rambles. I am Joel, chief host of the show, and joining me is none other than my co-host, Avira.
Hello, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing night so far. As you can tell if you're watching the video, I'm currently upside down. Not sure when I'll be back to normal, but I'll keep you updated on that.
In the interest of upside downness, the orange candy corn logo may be turned upside down in further notice when the show goes into its orange phase thing.
Oh my god. All right.
Yeah, full disclosure, but that's going to happen. So, next up, you can see what I'm wearing, and I'd like to introduce my new mask buddy, Inu.
Woo! From a distance, social distance, keep it safe.
Yeah, we're more than a fair distance apart from each other.
Always stay one Avera between each other.
Wait, what? But I'm tiny. That doesn't make sense.
No, so that we can breathe on you. No, not really. We can coof on you. I digress. But yeah, look at that. One hazmat suit and one fursuit, a fursuit face mask. Gotta admit, it looks good on you.
Thank you.
Alright, so next on the show is Noble.
Yo.
Wow, you sound depressed. Sad.
Yeah, sorry, I've just been stuck inside all the time. My hay fever's been flaring up. Usual.
Oh. I get what you mean by that. I mean, I have that to some degree myself. But I know the whole staying inside part.
Get the testing kits, quick.
Oh, if I go out for an hour walk, I'm fine. I just haven't had the time to do it this morning. Oops.
Nah, being early as it is, it's kind of whatever it is. But hey, at least going for these walks is productive for your health.
Oh yeah, everyone should be doing it.
Oh yeah. And last on the panel, Earth's Power. Welcome back.
Hello. I'm glad to be back. Thanks for having me again.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I know. Sorry to hear about your line of work. Maybe I should say sorry, not sorry. But it's the cinemas, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all right.
Do you mind? I know. I've been hearing on the wire that AMC Cinemas is literally taking a lot of cutbacks, and they might be on the verge of collapse. Whether that's
Yeah, I guess we just have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, that actually is true. I did see AMC was losing quite a bit of stock. The AMC new movie theater right down the block from me is also closed, and I don't know. It's not really looking so great.
Yeah, it's not. But life goes on.
Yeah.
But as we all know, we just gotta push through and make this work.
Yes, definitely.
We've all conquered the bubonic plague. We've all conquered the Spanish flu without computers, without cell phones, and without internet. I think we can do this. We can all conquer this.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe in 100 years they're gonna make movies about us.
Yeah. Yeah, if I could live, during the swine flu, I'm sure I could live doing this, right?
Oh, dude, we've lived through all of that. So
What's
what's another pandemic, yeah? So
Right.
Yep.
yeah.
Speaking of which, let's talk about how this beautiful Corona-chan is ruining the entire furry fandom. Just recently, there's an update on all the Furcons that have been cancelled, and essentially all of them, except for Intercon, so far, they're still not cancelled. No,
Wow.
a lot of them have been postponed. I believe FWA is postponed until next year.
Right, but who's currently on the chopping block? Because right now we see, the June cons may very well be cancelled. The July cons are going to be feeling the squeeze, and we're literally at the end of April.
I know. I don't know. It's really crazy. Like, it depends on what the states do here. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, I just to throw in my 2 cents, and it's a very salty one. Anticron also didn't tell anybody about a certain griffin that went missing from their show until it was really late.
Oh, really?
I'm not going to mention any names.
Oh,
I wonder who that could possibly be.
Yeah, it was just some kind of griffin. I don't know, unknown griffin, not very famous at all.
Yeah.
Probably not. Yeah.
I can't say I've heard of this griffin that went missing.
No.
He's not funny at all. He's not
No.
funny.
No. It's just like some random griffin.
But Anticron also didn't tell anyone about this missing griffin. And I don't know.
Oh yes, I remember. Oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah, so that's my little bit of salt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of a bummer.
I know to put things on the fire. There's all the furries. I know I haven't had any mates in my local area in my neck of the woods.
Yeah, even local things have been canceled too. Like, I haven't been to a meet in months. Everything's stopped. I mean, I really hope we can get back to normal. Jeez, hopefully soon. This is bonkers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
given time, we'll
hopefully,
push through. Oh, and Avira. Jack
Yes.
wants to know why you're taking my spot. Why is Avira Australian today?
Okay. Okay. Well, I decided to go say hi to Joel, but I'm not used to upside down land. So as soon as I got there, I looked up.
In the interest of fairness, maybe to run with this joke, maybe Noble and I should turn our icons upside down one day.
Oh yeah.
That would be funny. Yeah.
I mean, then you'd be on my level, or I'd be on yours. I don't know. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay.
Yeah.
It
All right,
was a
but
mistake.
yeah. Nah, it's good. But let's start with the impact that right now in our namesake, Corona-chan, aka the Wuhan plague, has now left its mark in terms of plaques on around Atlanta cities.
Ah, yes. Here we go. The racist Wuhan plague plaques are popping up all around Atlanta.
Oh.
Okay, and what does this mean? They're just calling it the
Look at
Wuhan
that.
plague, and then
It's
they have Winnie the Pooh.
it's a well-made
Yes, they
plaque.
do.
I gotta say this.
It is well made. I don't see where the racist part is.
Like I can see this being, I'll be brutally honest, and I can say that this would have been absolutely perfect to be a collector's coin.
Yes.
Yeah, I
this
can
is,
see
Like
this is history.
you ask basically a mint to make one out of solid silver. I would totally pay for an ounce of that stuff. It's
What
good
gets me is that someone went through the trouble of designing it and making it and then putting them around.
As they should.
As they should, yeah.
What an
Now, what
artist.
material is it
Now,
made out of?
It looks like bronze. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
it's a bronze
bronze.
and teal plaque, and look at the rest of the detailing. You got bat soup as well. See the,
Oh my
see the ramen
goodness.
chopsticks?
Yes. Well, for those who don't know, Winnie the Pooh is used to portray Xi Jinping, the premier of the Communist Party,
Of China.
the leader of China. They just call him Winnie the Pooh because that's what he looks like. Because he's a derp.
Yeah, and I don't see the racist part though about it.
There's nothing.
There isn't. And it's non-existent. That's for
No,
me.
it's not racist. It's basically making fun of someone.
Oh,
That's
it's
it.
just so great though. Look at this. Winnie the Pooh's association with Chinese culture originated in 2013 when parody comparisons were made between the cuddly bear and the prime minister. Oh goodness.
Like,
Oh.
Yeah, and all it took was basically a meme of him walking with with Obama, and then they just put them side by side. Wow. That China.
I'm pretty sure. Wait, didn't Twitter ban those memes, or was that Facebook that did that? If you made a Winnie the Pooh meme about China, they would block you. I think Facebook did that.
I think China banned anything when the people related.
Oh, I mean, you know who Facebook loves in the world. They don't love America.
No.
Oh, of course. That's really
Yeah.
messed up, though.
Not
Yeah.
saying they hate America, it's just they clearly don't love it.
No.
Oh well, no, they love globalism.
Cough, cough. Yeah.
China had the opportunity to take over the world long time ago in history, and they decided not to. So why now?
I
Yeah.
think it's got something to do maybe with if their economy going to panic because they've gone stagnant. Their economic growth rate has gone stagnant. So
Hey, they have the best cardboard buildings in the world.
they also have the best deserted apartments.
Yes, they do. With the best
Apartments,
cardboard.
they've got entire cities that are basically devoid of life.
I was
That's
just
right.
about to
That's
say
right.
that. Wow.
The best ghost cities ever. Yay, China.
Oh, man, that would be free to go to a haunted house in China.
I mean, that'd be a cool place to like shoot a movie, right? Like all
Yeah, it
the
would be,
abandoned
yeah.
skyscrapers and yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would be, yeah. Sure.
Yeah. But that's
Anyways, about those signs though popping up in Atlanta, I don't think that they're wrong to just say the truth that yeah, this came from China and now China's trying to scapegoat it and blame everyone else when it's clearly not the case. It came from one of their freaking laboratories.
Yeah. I don't really see a problem with that.
That's what happens when someone says the truth. When you want it to be not the truth, you call it racist, and it gets censored.
yeah. But here's the thing, though. Of all the things, it happened that like see in American shops, and then they cry it's a racist and xenophobic thing, in a racially motivated something.
It's a troll, and
It is.
really good one. Really good one.
Really good one, yeah. I agree.
Well, honestly, it's a great way to avoid any sort of responsibility or, well, get people to shut up. It's like if you're in the HR office and you're being accused of something, you just say, like, I'm transsexual, and all of a sudden it all goes away.
Yes, hate crime, of course.
Yeah. Or you just call someone a misogynist or whatever.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
But
These
also-
buzzwords or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah. But here's also another story that was sent to me. Thanks once again to Noble for sending me this. But here's the lunacy. Let's read this together, shall we? Opinion. I teach at Oxford, but I don't want to do the coronavirus vaccine race.
Ha.
Wait, what is this saying?
Teacher.
I teach
This
at
is
Oxford,
Oxford University in the United Kingdom, but this professor says,
I do not want
story will be clear. China once again has unleashed a threat to civilization, but the best brains of the United Kingdom have saved the world.
I mean, that's not. Yeah, that's true.
I don't have a problem with that title, actually. The whole I don't want to win it. The
But here's the thing.
vaccine race.
Here's the thing. Why don't you want any person who is proud of their university would want to win the vaccine race because they have like these nice resources and these research departments.
Well,
Yeah, and who doesn't
well-
want to be the doctor that's like, by the way, I made the cure or I
Well,
made the vaccine.
Can I be a devil's advocate for a second? Has there been cases in the past where there's been a cure for something, and all of a sudden the person who does said cure is murdered or it's covered up or whatever?
First thing that jumps out at me is the person who invented penicillin.
Yes.
Oh, so he was killed.
I don't know,
You don't know, okay.
but I mean, a lot of people give him praise, but I don't know if he was killed. But why would you not want to be praised for inventing a coronavirus vaccine?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe the risks or what I was talking about. I don't know.
Maybe if it doesn't work, they don't want to be blamed. Who knows?
Yeah, that's so. Yeah,
They're like, oh crap, half of them give you cancer. Whoopsie doo. Our bad. Never mind. Well, we're not the ones who made it. Nope. No, I don't know. I have no idea.
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in that position if I created like the cure for like, the worst pandemic we've seen in a century, and it doesn't. Oh, that'd be embarrassing.
Well, let me see. There's heartburn pills. There's heart pills. Let me see what else. There's stomach
Viagra.
pills. there's Viagra, there's this, that, and the other, and then there's 10,000 commercials on TV. If you or someone you know has been affected by blah 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 pills,
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I remember those.
just
Yeah.
just do one of those. Create
Yeah.
the vaccine, then create the lawsuits. Everyone makes money.
That's a good point. Yeah. Sure.
Well, that's a pretty dark yet very capitalistic and economical way to think about that. Yes, very
Yeah.
perplexing.
True.
So, let's read about this article a little bit more. So something. So this writer says, yes, she may have. She should be proud by all accounts, but here's where it gets so something is that once the UK becomes these saviors of the world by being able to win the vaccine race, she goes on and bloviates about being white, male, and Oxford educated may not be the only criteria for effective leadership. "Quote unquote, the countries whose
What?
responses have been the most widely placed, Germany and New Zealand, among others, are all led by women."
Who cares?
Jesus
Who cares?
Christ, really?
Oh, God. Really? Who cares? Yeah.
Being white and male, who the hell cares? If it was
And-
what? What?
And educated from Oxford University. Okay, I'm ruled out.
Okay,
Oh,
no.
boy.
If it was a black transgender midget who found the cure,
Oh my
God bless him. All right. Who cares about any of that right now? All right.
The only thing that matters in this is that if a cure is found, it's properly understood how to administer it without killing somebody. That's it.
You know
That's
what,
it.
guys?
Nothing else matters.
I'm feeling very smart right now. The ones who like the cure, take it. The ones who don't care about the virus, about the vaccine and who made the vaccine, go ahead and take it. The ones who disagree, because if it was a white male that made the vaccine, you're free not to take it. How about that? We all happy, yeah?
Yeah.
I can't believe anyone actually thinks like this. Like, are people genuinely upset that a white male could possibly invent
All
a
right.
vaccine? Is that
Here's the
really
thing.
what people care
Look,
about?
I'll show you.
though?
I'll show you something.
I think that's
This
pretty
article was written by one Emily Cousins,
cool.
and something. And in her Twitter bio, it says, Dr. Emily Cousins researches vulnerability and gender and teaches at Oxford and LSE. And her Twitter picture is that of a white woman.
Oh, she probably has so much self-hatred. I bet she checks
Yeah.
her privilege every day.
Joe, she may appear as a white woman, but she identifies as African American.
That poor victim of being white. My gosh.
Wow, I just can't believe anyone really cares about this.
Yeah, it's
Right.
pretty. It's
I
pretty
mean,
stupid.
throw
Yeah.
that shit aside for a little bit, all right? We
Okay,
have a
but
fucking
here's-
plague right now.
Here's the
Like-
thing. You are gonna love when we read through this last final paragraph, of this puff piece. All right.
Mhm.
But do our Oxford-educated leaders think like this? Coronavirus is a global epidemic. Yet, rather than motivating the UK to take a proud role at the global stage, blah blah blah. These Macron and Virtue. UK is increasingly resorting to patriotism in response.
Oh gosh, that's
Good?
strange.
Yay, patriotism? Okay.
That's good. That's good about it.
I mean, yay, patriotism is a good response to it.
Yeah, being nationalistic, all right.
Oh, that's a good.
That's good. What's wrong with that?
Yes, this wartime rhetoric is useful in instilling a sense that this is a moment when
Yeah.
individuals need to make sacrifices and put the country first. But this time, the enemy is not a nation; it is a microbe. So why do our collective solidarities end at the border?
Because they do. I mean, why do you think every single country closed their borders to everybody?
Yeah,
I mean, it's not
pretty much.
right. Like,
Yeah.
if there's a problem in China, America is gonna close its damn borders to protect the people here.
Yeah, why do you
I
think
mean,
that we
duh.
instituted, like here in Australia, we instituted the travel
Duh.
bans to and from China early enough,
Right.
and
Yeah.
things didn't get
Something that-
spiral out of control from then.
Right, and like I get it. I get their point. They're saying this is something that should unite humanity. Yeah, sure. But if uniting humanity, like with open borders, means like free travel and spreading the virus and killing more people than we have to, Yeah, you close the damn borders. Like,
Yeah,
that's
you
common
close,
sense
yeah.
to
That
protect
is,
the world.
to me,
Right? Like,
that is common sense. Yeah.
I love China's response at the time, though. It was just funny as hell. It shows how completely unprepared they are to enter the world stage, but then again, live and learn.
oh yeah, when they were calling Trump a racist xenophobe for stopping flights back in January. How dare you do that? It's not necessary.
Yeah, and here's
Oh,
the
Like,
thing
oh,
that
it
okay,
is
fine. There's
necessary.
like 100,000 cases. It's like, all right, China, all right.
yeah, when the real death count gets revealed, yeah, then we'll laugh. But here's where where this author gets loopy. The race is on, and the researchers at Oxford are doing vital life-saving work. But races have winners and losers. If my university is the first to develop the vaccine, I'm worried that it will be used as it has been in the past to fulfill its political patriotic function as proof of British excellence.
So
Wow.
what? If the
Let
British
them have
win,
it.
good for them. That's excellent. Yay for Britain. Okay, I'm not upset by that. Hell, if
I'm
Nicaragua
not,
made the
but
vaccine, I'd be like, yay, good
damn,
for you, Nicaragua. I don't care where it comes from.
I don't care.
Like,
Yeah,
what the hell?
as long as the vaccine works,
Yeah.
and does what it's supposed to.
And you know, the British are pretty excellent. They basically conquered a quarter of the planet at one point. I mean, that's kind of cool. So,
Yeah, things spiraled out of control from there.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't care where it comes from. It could come from Nepal or Greenland or whatever. Like,
If they did that, nobody would care about Nepalese excellence and so on and so on.
yeah, right? They'd be like, oh, who, Nepal? What? Where's that?
But because it's British excellence, and who's the majority demographic of the United Kingdom, I see that universities are not too plussed about that.
Well, they should just get the hell off their high horse and try to help save the world. How about that?
But that's
Right.
asking too much.
Right?
My goodness.
Jeez. Yeah. All this dose of self-loathing is just not healthy for you.
Oh man, I thought it was bad with the video games, but now this is like scientists and universities, you know, about the fate of the world right now.
I
Yeah.
know. It's
Pretty
one of those
crazy.
things, isn't it?
Hey,
That
it's not
people
just about casting calls and movies anymore. Oh my god.
No, let's inject social justice warriors and NPCs into the medical field now.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah, smart.
God,
Smart.
that's it's unfortunate.
how would we ever get a
Yeah.
cure if that was the case?
I don't think we would if
Last night I had a conversation with someone who I used to be friends with, but I mean, since I left the fandom, since I've become, distant and everything, I haven't really talked to him except for a couple of memes here and there. He sent me a meme that was really funny. Literally, I was laughing out loud. And we got a conversation, and I'm like, you know what? Why can't we all... He's a hardcore lefty Democrat, and he and I are best friends. Okay? I'm like, you're hardcore left. I am not hardcore left. We put our politics behind us. Why can't the rest of the world put their politics off to the side just for a few minutes and remember that we're humans? We're not left. We're not right. We're not center. We're not Democrats. We're not Republicans. We're human. We're human first.
You probably need to live in Australia for a while.
you know why? Because people have egos. That's why.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
People have egos, unfortunately. A damn ego.
yeah, quite so. Like, speaking of that live comment, 777 Askin says, either they don't want the virus to be cured or they don't want an ego over it or something. Yeah, I think you're right to some degree or so. Like, I think maybe it's more, I think in this case it's basically, self-loathing. Oh, that's so pathetic. Let's not credit the British for it and let's rather give the globe. This is a global cure, not a British cure. I mean, how pathetic do you have to be to have a globalist mindset?
Yeah.
So create the vaccine and then slide it under the table to someone who's Muslim, someone who's of color, someone who's Spanish, someone who's Asian, anyone else but you if you don't want to be credited for it.
I don't know. I think that's
Just
something
get the
to do with,
vaccine
like,
out there.
right? No, it
Like
has to
the
do with
paperclip.
nationality.
Yeah.
This is just dumb. I mean, hell, I would take pride in America if America made the cure. Hell yeah, America! Like what's the
Yeah,
problem?
American excellence, America.
Yeah, we're number one.
What about the Irish?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hell, if the Irish
Give
did
the
it,
Irish
why
a
not?
chance.
Yeah, I
Hey,
mean,
they did.
I know everybody's going to get somewhere with it.
Oh, if the Irish made it, there would be jigs and limericks for the next century about this.
Yeah, I mean, I would
Yes.
celebrate St. Patrick's Day even more
Oh,
harder.
there used to be a virus. It was such a quiet. Yeah, there were all kinds of crazy, all kinds of things like that, all kinds of wonderful things.
And
I
we'd
mean,
all be
they got a
singing
healthy
because they
supply of
saved the world.
alcohol, the Irish.
God,
Why not
I
put it
wanna,
to good
I wanna,
use?
I'm gonna have to write some limericks.
If they were to make
Yeah.
it and save the world, I'd
Spigots.
celebrate it too.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah.
I know, man, but it's the Irish, Alcohol is in their blood.
But I think even if there was like a British cure, I don't think there's gonna be like, one fix all kind of deal. I don't think it's gonna be like that.
Ah,
Hey, Joe,
looks-
regarding that Irish gag, there's that picture again, the meme. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, jeez, if I can find it, I'll show it to you, but... God.
Oh gosh, is that true? That question on the live feed?
Is Australia being sold to
Yeah.
China? I mean, China's got a finger on everyone and wants to get a finger on every country it can. It's
Yeah.
partially true.
It's partially true. Okay.
World
Yeah,
domination.
private chat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I found what I was looking for. But yeah, holy moly. Oh, right. This Irish meme. Ireland closes all pubs. Ireland develops 15-minute testing kit for coronavirus. Confirms infection in 15 minutes. Way more reliable than the Chinese. Go Ireland. We might see Irish excellence.
Okay, now I really do have to write some limericks for the glory of Ireland. Yes.
Yep.
That shall be so.
It shall be so. So, yeah, while we were out here, though, shall we move on to the next item?
Well, alright.
Yeah, because now the biggest... I know, I understand how slow we've been, how slow things are rotating, but I think the one that's been making the biggest wave is Star Wars.
Boy, not Star Wars.
No. No, please, no. God, why? Oh.
Alright, let's start with the series called Vagrant Queen, which is set to appear on Sci-Fi.
Oh man.
But here's its headline. Vagrant Queen writer Magdalene Visaggio rewrites Star Wars, imagines Anakin Skywalker as quote-unquote incel.
Oh boy, not
Oh.
incel.
Oh, man. I miss Star Wars. Back when it wasn't like this.
Of
Before
course,
it became-
incel. He's
Oh,
a
okay. Wait,
masculine white male. Ree.
Yeah,
Alright,
speaking
look
of
at this
which,
comment.
I'll read you what Visaggio thinks. Anakin is a young white guy who's been told he's special for half his life, but now he's 25, and sexually frustrated and angry that he isn't
God.
getting the recognition he thinks he deserves, so he immediately falls under the sway of a Nazi.
Okay. Alright. That took a turn. First of all, he's not sexually
Oh, man.
frustrated and angry. I mean, he's angry because he's Darth Vader. This is stupid.
I think I just lost a couple of dozen brain cells with that statement.
Yeah, I have us as well. Yeah, I lost a lot more than one.
And they could have said under the sway of a Sith. Not a Nazi. Free. Use that buzzword in there.
Yeah, they always got to throw that buzzword out
I
there.
mean, the Empire basically were
Unfortunately.
space Nazis, but they were the Empire though.
So I'm trying to comprehend this. Why is it that they always fall down to the point of saying, oh, hey, you're a part of the group that tried to, wipe out an entire race of people? It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, no, I don't really get it. It's basically because it's more or less a buzzword. I mean, it kind of just lost its meaning, just like homophobe and Islamophobe and all that bullshit. All that kind of just
Gay.
lost its meaning. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
gay, queer, whatever.
Races and all that. Yeah.
Yep. It all just lost its
Mhm.
meaning.
And
I'm not looking
and she
forward to
thinks she
this.
has the sense to say, honestly, if we look at Anakin as an incel, his whole arc would make much more sense.
Oh gosh, no, please no.
What? No,
No, it
seriously.
doesn't, unless you're brainwashed.
Like this is
Exactly.
why also you do not hire people who do not know about Star Wars on your writing team.
Exactly. Yep.
Seriously, if you want a good female lead, look at the Alien series.
Exactly. That's a great series.
I mean, chick
Those
with the
movies.
muscles.
I mean, yeah, like to put a fine point on this, look at Alita Battle Angel.
Oh wow, that's old.
And so on and so on. Like, but
Yeah.
here's the thing. I don't think she understands how how the original Anakin story was, like the classic Star Wars.
No, she doesn't. No.
No, I always thought the original story of Star Wars, Luke was Anakin. Jeez, no, it was after the original first 3 movies, wasn't he? Wow.
Well, I mean, Anakin is, the father of Luke Skywalker. Spoiler alert. Yes, so like the prequels are like about his story, and then the 4, 5, and 6 are about like Luke's story, but they're like basically like the same thing. Because like they were both in the same movies in the last 3.
It's just wrong. I can't.
I agree. Yeah.
Why not just try to create a new story for another Jedi or some group or something that is women based?
I mean, they could, because there's a lot of lore out there, like the whole Legend series. I mean, there's like I think like 100 or something books about this. Different comic books and all kinds of different stories. Yeah, there's a whole timeline that they could just jump into at any time, and write an entirely different Star Wars story. But they're not creative like that, I guess.
No, I disagree. I think it's not about creativity or the lack thereof. I think it's just they need to ruin what is already there on account of it's bad, it's misogynistic, it's toxic, white male supremacy.
Not just that, they're trying to bet on nostalgia as well, which is, I don't know. Sounds kind of weird.
Nostalgia doesn't work if you hang it upside down and you beat it with a cricket bat.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it doesn't. Which is exactly.
I'm Australian, not American. We use cricket bats to beat things with, not baseball bats.
Oh, that's okay. That's
Yeah,
cool.
but can you spike it with nails though?
Yes, you can actually.
Yeah.
I think I've seen one once before. It almost looks like a hockey stick, but it's like more bulbous.
Think of it like a paddle, except long, thin, and one side's flat, the other side's sort of triangular.
Oh, okay. Then I don't think I've. Huh. I don't know what I'm.
So you got like
all right.
3 edges you can hit someone with.
Okay. No, I don't think I've seen that before. I mean, maybe I did. I just don't remember.
Cricket's a thing here, so
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. It's super big. I think it's big in like South America too.
Yeah, Australia usually plays against them.
I mean, to get back on the whole plus side thing,
Oh yeah.
it says Sci-Fi has also booted their own baby Vagrant Queen from the primetime schedule.
Oh boy, I don't even want to think about that show.
4 words. You know what the 4 words I'm going to come up with are?
Of course I do.
Go woke, go broke.
Yeah.
That's right. Get woke, go broke. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
time. They never learn their lesson. They really don't.
No, they don't. They really don't. It's funny.
How many times has this happened? My goodness.
Well, even in the normal media, they turned around and said, "Oh, we don't want Deadpool. That's too much."
Right. That's too much. Yeah, and then they have like an all-female Ghostbusters, and it tanks, and they blame sexism. Yeah. Okay. All right. Sure. You can go say that as much as you'd like, losers.
Yeah, because apparently the original Ghostbusters was a comedy when it wasn't.
It was supposed
It
to.
was, according to them, it was, but it wasn't at all.
Well, with the Disney stuff that they're trying to release, sorry, not the Disney stuff, with this new Star Wars show, how long do you think it's going to last if they actually get it undergo?
They are milking everything for all it's got, like with all these new franchises. How many new series of Star Wars are they making? The Mandalorian. You have, you know, the Galaxy theme park. You have
the Clone
Baker's
Wars.
Queen, and now you have another one as well, which we're about to jump right into.
Wait, did the Clone Wars end, or is that still going on?
I think it's still going.
Is it?
Wow, really?
Wow.
Okay.
Disney
That
bought
was a
that
good
cow.
series.
Disney bought that milk cow and they turned it into a shriveled up raisin with the first movie they released.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I cannot make this shit up. I went to Walmart when the first movie came out, the first Disney part, and I seen a Star Wars apple for $1.50. What's the difference between the 50-cent apple and the Star Wars apple? About a $1 price tag on it that says Star Wars. Be a Jedi, eat an apple. What?
Right, but also here's the thing: like even the merch for like the new Star Wars series, there's practically been no demand for it.
Yeah, no one's buying anything. Like, oh my goodness.
Like none of the toy, you know.
Yeah.
Who are
all
the
all
recognizable characters in the new Star Wars anyway? Like,
Here's the thing, though. Sorry, but the latest movies haven't been making a profit.
Not really, barely. I mean,
so
they
they've
were
basically
terrible.
been working at a loss in that case.
Yeah.
I mean, no one's gonna buy a Rose Tico plushie at some Toy Store. No one cares about that nonsense.
If people were hyped...
Who's that? Like, well, come on.
Don't judge me. I just want a Jar Jar plushie.
I mean,
If
Jar Jar's
people-
better than all those characters anyway. You know, hell,
Yeah, go on,
I'm
Noble.
pretty damn sure he was supposed to be a Sith Lord.
Even if... Even
I
with...
think he's a Sith.
Even if every shop had to shut down that sold Star Wars merchandise and it could only be sold online, and Star Wars was really, really hyped, they'd still be flying off the shelves.
Yeah, the old,
but
you know, the old characters. Yeah, sure. There's
Yeah,
demand
but-
for that, but the new
Exactly.
Star Wars characters, no, there's no demand for it.
no, and they had such a missed opportunity with Captain Phasma, the one who was like all in that silver armor. Like, she looks really cool, but she only had like what, a few minutes on screen. Like, they could have done so much more with that, and that would have sold. Like, Captain Phasma was pretty badass. But nah.
Alright, but yeah, but there's another new Star Wars story that's set to come out on Disney Plus, which we're about to dive right into,
Boy.
and it's going to be there for the wrong reasons.
Exactly. Yeah.
Female-focused Star Wars series from Russian Doll's Leslie Headland in work at Disney Plus.
So, we're going to get a female-focused Disney series for Star Wars. There's a couple other articles about this that show like a whole group of just like female Jedi people all together in like their little team. So, this is what they're working on now.
Right.
Yep.
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 And of all the things, like it apparently they're basically having, you know, a largely female, you know, directing team, like, you know, lead writer and so forth. Now, don't quote me on this, but that, you know, it's either a majority or.
I'm sorry. Hasn't Star Wars been female focused for the last half a decade?
I think
Yeah, I think it kind of already has been. Again, they don't learn. These people do not learn.
Guys, I love the live comment right now from Chris.
That's sad when COVID-19 Barbie sells better than Star Wars.
I like that.
She
That's
has
pretty.
a removable mask. Oh my goodness.
It's dipped in rhinestones and it changes
back-
colors.
Bring back Gay
Right?
Ken.
No. Dress them up in hazmat suits.
That's pretty funny.
Oh my god, put him in vehicle response team Barbie Corvette. It's pink.
Oh no! Don't tell me they're going to get Barbie and Star Wars together.
No.
No. I hope
I
not.
don't think so.
Sure.
No, I think they already had a Princess Leia Barbie at one point. Back in the 80s
Oh
or
yeah, you're right. They probably did
70s
that.
or 80s.
I think so. They might have. I don't know.
Wow. So that's canon.
I do love that comment though. It's pretty hilarious.
More believable than Rey being a Palpatine. That's some bullshit right there. Oh yeah. The Clone Wars season 7. Yo, have you seen the Clone Wars though? That's pretty cool.
I haven't been watching, to be honest.
I have.
I mean, I watched it like years ago, but now it just came back for like the last season. It's pretty awesome.
I mean, here's the thing: if you end up with a largely female, it's either going to be something that's actually workable and and good, or your team is going to be ended up by a bunch of insert hate word Karens.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I don't know.
Jeez, how could a TV show that's being directed by a bunch of Karens fail?
And yet, and he had the audacity to bill Karen as a word that's borderline hateful.
I need to speak with your manager right now.
Oh my goodness. I knew a Karen once, and she was exactly like that. I used to work with her back in when I used to work at the summer camp. Oh my goodness, she was like our supervisor or whatever. Oh, she was just such a Karen. Her voice was so nasally and dreadful. It was gross.
Jeez, man. But yeah. But looking at this though, what are your projections for for this new Star Wars series and the current trajectory that it's heading to? I mean, if Vagrant Queen has been booted off primetime from Sci-Fi, and
I think they're gonna have to stop funding this because I mean, you look at how much money Disney is borrowing right now. I don't think economically they can keep on funding these projects. They might have to cut back or at least postpone it for a while. Like, how are they still filming on studios and sets and things when they're taking out like what $5 billion in loans or some nonsense like that?
Well, they could probably do the same thing that the Australian football teams are looking at doing. They just take the teams and they isolate them, and then they get them to play.
Huh.
I mean, well, that doesn't really make sense though. I mean, like I was watching that with football. No, I'm sorry, basketball. They were saying they can isolate one person on the team, but like they're all passing the ball around and they're all getting it on each other.
No. What I mean is that everybody in the team's isolated for 14 days. They get tested throughout that period. If no one comes up with the infection from both teams, the teams then get together and they play.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, are they gonna do that with the actors for all these shows for weeks?
I imagine so. I mean,
I guess it's
what happens if they have to? If let's say a film crew has to go down to Antarctica and film a couple of scenes. I mean, how long are they going to be down there? Like a couple of days, couple of weeks?
I don't know.
they've got to have the time and so forth to do filming. You're at something. But
Yeah,
now,
they
as
gotta
it stands,
coordinate. Well, just imagine like coordinating like all the travel between the guys that work on the movie. Like,
yeah,
the
you have to have
filmographer who
logistics
lives in
and so on and
France
so
or-
on. There's a lot that's involved. But here's the thing: right now, a lot of filming has been suspended because of the virus.
Mhm.
And there's absolutely zero income coming in because all their parks are closed. All the Disney parks, Disney California Adventures. I can only imagine Disney
Disney's
Yeah.
cruise
Paris,
lines.
Disney Cruise Lines. You're right.
Yeah. Like,
All that
and then you've
shut
got to
down
ask
too,
as
yeah.
well, like, they've had to stand down a considerable amount of employees out of all of this.
I suppose the only good thing that could come out of it is that Walt Disney would probably be generating a lot of electricity if we hooked up an alternator to him.
Oh goodness, maybe. Yeah.
Sorry, I just had to say that.
Also, on a side note too, Chris Lab's comment says Disney has also been denied bailout money.
Good.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Good.
Well, they're not an essential business per se; they're more of a luxury thing.
Yeah. I'm glad that stuff and and the non-essential celebrities that work around the Disney area have,
The
another
bane
reason
of
to
my
count your blessings in this time.
the pain of my existence is anything to do with Disney.
Yeah.
I used to like Disney too. Like they were good.
Yeah,
Now
I
the new
used
Disney
to
is just
as well.
No,
No, it's
what they did to
cringe.
Star
No,
Wars
it's
is a
not.
crime.
No.
Why can't they do another Bambi?
Mother.
But they had to do one in live action Bambi.
Aren't they,
Oh,
aren't, they,
God.
aren't they supposed to be doing live action, Bambi? I think I
No,
remember.
are they? I don't.
I think
That's
I heard
the thing.
something
They
about
want
that.
they were making their old series in live action as well, and
No,
now
I'm not.
the 70s classic Robin Hood is going to get that same treatment,
You guys
which we've
talked about
covered
this
last
last
week. Just in case
Yep.
your memories recalled, but
Yep.
Yeah, you guys did talk about that last week, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about it comparing it to like Zootopia and making a new generation of furries. I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
no.
Thank God I'm not going to be able to watch it because I refuse to get Disney Plus on my TV.
Actually,
Oh, yeah,
no.
me too.
Here's the thing. I may be black ambassador for this bad joke, but here's what the furries actually want: live action Maid Marian titties.
Wait, what? Wait, what? I'm confused. Wait, what?
Okay. Yep. Yep.
Bad.
Oh, so cringe.
But it's
That
what
is-
the furries would want, all things
Mm.
considered.
That's cringe, yeah.
But hey, I mean, it could be worse than than the abomination called Cats, design-wise. But we'll have
my
to wait and
goodness.
see. Like we'll have to wait and see what the design department comes up with. Is all I can say.
What was the guy's name from Zootopia? The fox's name. I forget his name all the time.
Nick Wilde.
Yeah, Nick Wilde. Nick Wilde is going to play the new part of Robin Hood. Nick Wilde is going to be non-gender, non-binary, whatever.
Yeah.
No, there's actually a theory about that. I don't know if you like read Reddit and stuff, but
Never.
there's like this whole theory about how like Zootopia is like the future. It's like a sequel to Robin Hood, and like Robin Hood is like a descendant of like Nick Wilde.
What? Seriously? I thought I was clever there for a
It's the same
second.
universe. No, yeah.
I
it's
thought
the
I was
same
clever.
World.
Damn it.
I mean, it's just some nonsense on whatever. But like, it's a cool idea. Like I read that, I'm like, all right, yeah, that's kind of cool if they're in the same world and stuff. And yeah, I get it. I mean, Nick Wilde is some con man who turns out doing the right thing. That's cool. I get it. Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
I forgot
Alright.
what thread it was, but yeah, there's probably YouTube videos about it. I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's a whole new twist.
I love the live comments again from Jack.
No, I know. Well, we can only wait and see what they come up with for Bambi.
Ah,
No, when I say Bambi, I don't mean make a live action adaptation and basically
you mean
tear the whole thing apart, but a movie like Bambi.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Oh, you mean like a new idea? Okay, instead
Yes.
of rehashing the original ones.
I get you.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know.
one reason I can only assume why they're rehashing the same movies over and over again, they own the rights. They don't have to pay the rights to no one.
Yeah,
Also, they were
Creativity's dead.
successful. And they
Risk-taking
were
is
also very
dead.
successful.
yeah.
because-
Risking
Oh,
is
yeah.
that because they don't want
Yeah.
It's all about that bottom line, my dudes. All about that
Mhm.
bottom line.
Sadly.
I just,
Oh, yeah.
I just hope they don't make a live action Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
I think that might just happen. No,
Because I
Disney.
can't, because I can't imagine in my head what the dwarves will look like.
Oh, they're probably gonna look like the dwarves from The Hobbit, maybe.
Maybe.
They could probably scale them down, right?
They'll all probably be transgender or women.
Oh no! What about that
Probably.
Filipino Oompa Loompa guy from Willy Wonka? Yeah.
They've
God.
actually wanted to make one of those, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movies, except with a female lead now. Oh God, yeah,
Oh.
that we
Hmm.
talked about too. But
How about
What
the
is it gonna
whole
be?
thing
Wilma
about
Wonka?
Snow? How about the whole thing about Snow
What
White
is
being
this?
a
Yeah,
white
Wilma
female?
Wonka. Yeah. Why? No, stop it.
I don't know. Yeah.
There was the first movie was great. The second one was scary.
now it's
I don't want to know what the third one's gonna be.
Nope.
I don't know. I just
Apparently, there's already been one.
But what?
Willy Wonka.
Oh, was it like an animated thing?
No, from what I understand, some horror flick was made up where kids were being used to operate machinery.
Oh my
Like
goodness.
China.
Can't remember the name of it, but effectively, it's the
It was China.
going on. Apparently, a lot of the actors from the original Willy Wonka movie were in this horror flick. I can't remember the name of it. I don't remember. I didn't watch it
Oh no, I was
myself.
talking about like I was talking about like a sequel to Willy Wonka or like one of a remakes. But was that something? Was it like in the 70s? I'm guessing it's probably the 70s.
No, I think this is in the either early 2000s or late 90s.
Oh, wait. So which actors were in it? The ones from
Apparently, a lot of the actors from the original Willy Wonka, or at least personas of them, were in this movie. It was, I think, a group of people on a train, and they were trying to go somewhere.
I
Huh.
don't know.
Okay.
It was really weird, sort of horror thing. I didn't watch it.
Wow.
Alrighty.
all right. So we got one last movie to kind of see where you stand on the future of movies, and this one goes out to all those fans of anime.
Oh boy, I don't want to know where this is going.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do want to know. This is so great.
Yes. Sony's developing a film based on One Punch Man manga series with the writers for Venom.
Oh gosh.
Yes, One Punch
One.
Man. Here we go.
Let's just hope it's not a Super Mario Brothers.
I mean, this could either be really, really cool or tank completely. There's no in between here. Like, you can't mess up One Punch Man.
Amazing.
The plot
they're-
twist.
they're
Dragon Ball
very
Z.
Dragon Ball Evolution was a total cluster.
I know.
No, I know.
I heard that was. I heard
I
that
don't
was
want to
bad
believe
as
it.
well.
But thanks to that movie, we actually got a continuation of the Dragon Ball franchise. So who knows? They may reboot One Punch Man after this.
No, One Punch Man is literally killing it on the anime list. Like with a lot of other animes. But to get the details of things, the writers Scott Rosenberg and Jeff Pickner are going to do a live action of One Punch Man. And their credentials have been including writing the Venom movie, and they wrote parts of the Jumanji pictures for the studio,
Oh
like
gosh.
the latest iteration.
I don't
I
hold
don't
so
know
much
about
up for the
Jumanji.
Jumanji.
Me neither.
But the Venom was alright. Venom was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Oh, was it
I
good?
agree on that.
I didn't see it.
Alright, so like it's a 50-50 shot here. Oh boy.
I just hope that they do bring in the original designers for the anime, and they listen very carefully. Otherwise, it'll be Dragon Ball Evolution all over again.
Okay, yeah.
But when you really, really think about it, though, And it's not, Dragon Ball hadn't had a thing for quite some time when they decided to make it. One Punch is still riding on its popularity.
I honestly haven't seen this series myself.
Me neither. I
Me
haven't.
neither. But it's just,
Not
but that's
interested.
where things stand, like regarding animes and property.
Oh, it's pretty wild. It's a really crazy show.
Oh, is it?
Oh yeah. Just check out some clips on YouTube just to get a feel for it. It's absolutely bonkers.
Oh, okay. I'll give it a look.
Yeah. But in all that cases, though, whether or not I've been, too optimistic about anime is a different story. I know, Pokemon Detective Pikachu. That was the
Yeah.
one thing I was, that actually worked out well.
I mean,
Yeah, that
Sonic
was a
wasn't
good
bad
movie.
either.
Yeah.
Well, at least we're getting a couple of hits. At least we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always Street Fighter.
Oh God! Oh no!
Oh gosh, I didn't do that.
Sorry, I just throw that one out there.
Ah!
Mortal Kombat.
Hmm.
Okay, I thought. Don't judge me. I thought it was okay.
No, in Hollywood, they probably try to make a new Groundhog's Day.
I think if knowing Hollywood, I think they'll really butcher trying to say Japanese phonics.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Here's the thing: who are they gonna cast as the One Punch Man?
I don't know.
Oh man, I don't. That's a good question.
Vin Diesel.
I don't know.
Well, they could have the guy from what you call it? I'm not sure his name, but the guy that was in the what's that movie? Aquaman. What's his name?
What about Ryan Reynolds?
I don't know. If he's willing to get shaved, he might be able to pull it off.
Oh no! You know what? Oh no!
What?
Make it an R-rated movie that has some language and cast Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, yes.
One Punch Man.
I would see that.
Yes, Samuel L. Jackson is One Punch Man.
I would see
Oh, you
I'd go to the cinema
like
for that.
to fight, don't you? Y'all love to fight, don't? Yes, you do. Yes, you do, mother fluffer.
that. I would love. I would really see that. That would be funny.
I love Sam Jackson. I love him.
Yeah.
I want to say the whole reason for Snakes on a Plane was so that he can say the whole line, get these mother fluffing snakes off this mother fluffing airplane.
Yeah, it's a great movie. That's the reason why I love that movie.
Yeah, but but I'm not gonna deny that if you put him in, he's gonna bring a very unique take to it.
Yes.
Tom Cruise.
Nah.
Oh, God, no.
I'm not.
Get out of here.
Nah.
Whatever their decision, though, they better actually put it to something because One Punch Man has a very, he's the very distinct character to him, a personality, and whatever you name it, they've got to
He's
literally
basically
they have
like
to
an
respect.
apathetic god.
They've got to
Yeah.
respect the source material first. If they can't do that, then the weebs are gonna shit on them.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you can't respect the material, what you were just talking about, then you end up with Star Wars.
Yep.
No, Dragon Ball Evolution.
I didn't see it, so I don't know.
I
Is it that
don't
bad?
either.
The original creator of the Dragon Ball franchise, he was basically told to, take a seat. Don't
Wow.
participate.
That's
It
disrespectful.
was horrific.
Oof.
Watch it if you can get your hands on it.
All right.
I wouldn't be.
I might consider it, but I probably have to pass on that.
Yeah, I think the safe route's best. But yeah, but as it stands though, wow. Look at where it's gone. Look at... I guess this is what happens when you've been stuck out here and, waiting for the world to move.
Sure.
But I guess this is it. This is it. This is it all wrapped up. We've done what we can. Hope you and I hope you enjoyed whatever it is, like whether or not you're sitting out here in quarantine. But please be sure, give us a listen. So you'll maybe that way you'll stay sane for at least hundreds of hours.
Yep.
Well,
So,
you'd think with everyone locked down, there wouldn't be that much in the way of news.
quite so.
Nope.
Nope. That's
Well,
not
things
there's
are still
definitely
happening.
some stuff going on, but
Things are still
I mean,
happening. Things are turning.
Thankfully,
Some plans are being made,
some plans. Yeah.
and and the engine called civilization still has to move, one state or another.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, who'd like to wrap up for the week? One at a time. You do?
I'll go first. Regardless of how angry I may sound, you know what? If there's nothing else to do when we're trapped in the house due to quarantine requests, well, I might just watch it. It's better than sitting there with the TV turned off. The only thing that's really keeping me sane is, again, Super Animal Royale. And they're not sponsoring the show, but I am sponsoring them. I'm like obsessed with that little game. I'm obsessed. I love it. That's all for me. If you guys want to get on Super Animal Royale on Steam, it's like $10, $15 to play with others. But if you just want to play solo, it's completely free. It's the full version, and it's completely free forever. Everything is unlocked. So yeah, if you got a decent computer, and my computer is shit. It's not that great, and it works flawless. So that's all I'm saying. And that's until next week or the week after or whenever the next time I see you guys or hear you guys. I will be on Super Animal Royale killing the fluffies.
You are furry trash.
Garbage. I am the best garbage out there.
Alright. So, Noble.
For the life of me, people, stop licking crosswalk buttons.
Yeah, I've been hearing about the whole licking challenges, and let's just say the level of stupid is
Yeah.
next. Yeah.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Alright. So, just there's that though. Hey, Vera?
all right. Well, this was stupendous. I hope everyone here had an amazing time as we did making the show, and of course, what is it? Super Animal Royale.
Yep.
It's not a sponsor, but hey, if you're listening, just shoot me an email, and yeah, we can work on that.
Yeah.
All right, that's
yeah,
all for me.
Yeah, we'd love a plug.
I'll
but
see you
hey,
next week.
Well, of course. And just as we wrap up, we'd like to remind you again, our episodes are always available on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and more of the likes. And of course, our YouTube shouldn't be going anywhere, so you have no shortage of where to find them. This is us signing off for the week. Farewell, and until next time.